The Intuition Premium, the Intuition V2. What's the difference? Well, one of them is brand new, pristine, fresh out the box, and the other one looks like my dog chewed it.
You want me to throw it, but you won't give me it. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. This is annoying.
I'm sure many of you watching will be more than familiar with the Intuition V2. It's been worn by some of your favourite pros. It is famous for being able to allow skaters to downsize in quite a few models of skates, and Intuition foam is widely regarded as some of the best foam in rollerblading. But there's a problem. Intuition V2s are no longer available in skate shops. In fact, that's not true. Some skate shops still have them in kind of random sizes, but you can still pick these up either brand new or pristine every once in a while on Facebook pages, but for the most part, they're dead and buried. So, in steps the Intuition Premium, the newer, prettier, shinier, fancier version of the Intuition V2. They've changed the aesthetic a little bit by getting rid of the yellow and making it all black, so it's more compatible with more skates, theoretically. But what else is different? Well, for starters, the outer material on the Intuition Premium is far more sturdy than the outer material on the Intuition V2. This is a fantastic liner, but the outer material may as well be made of cheap ladies' leggings. It pretty much rips when you look at it. The Intuition Premium, however, even when you just hold it in your hand, feels like it's made of a much better material, something that can actually stand up to the wear and tear of moving around in the skate, rubbing off cuff bolts and screws, and the general abuse that aggressive skating throws at it. Although I do have to say, in the V2's defence, my first pair lasted 2 years, even though the outer shell was completely tarnished by the end. And these ones have lasted over a year. And even though they look beaten up on the outside, on the inside, they still perform absolutely incredibly. Unlike the V2, which has no rubber stickers anywhere on it, the Premium has rubber stickers on the heel and underneath. So with this, you had a little bit of movement in the shell unless you managed to really cram your foot in there and fill it out. With this, there is much less chance of the liner moving around inside the skate. And the biggest difference is the sizing. The Intuition V2 came in small, medium and large. The Intuition Premium comes in individual sizes. I have got the 9 to 9.5 UK, which is 285 Mondo, and it is the exact same, as you can see, as the Intuition V2 Large. So, if you're currently using the Intuition V2 Large, or you have used it in the past, I am willing to bet that this is going to fit just the same. And the second biggest difference, oh my God, brace yourselves, they've changed the tongue. The Intuition V2 tongue is very thin. The Intuition Premium tongue, as you can see, is notably thicker and it's very stiff. It is much harder than the Intuition V2 tongue. So, if you like them thick and hard, you're in luck. Other notable differences between them is, if you look at the toe box, you will see that the Premium is slightly wider and the toe box is slightly thicker, and that's to fill out certain shells like the Them 909, etc. But to be honest, when I was trying them both on, I couldn't really tell the difference. But it is something to bear in mind, because if you're used to downsizing with the V2, it may make downsizing a little bit more difficult in the Intuition Premium. Differences aside, there are quite a few similarities. For starters, it comes with a similar amount of vent holes both on the top and at the side. The Intuition has slightly more vent holes at the side though. And just like the Intuition V2, which has a removable cuff wrap that you can see there, the Intuition Premium also has a removable cuff wrap. And last but not least, both come with the standard Intuition heel pad, which I would argue is the perfect size, or in my opinion, it's the perfect size. It's not too thick, it's not too thin, and it doesn't go too far along the boot, whereas some heel pads tend to go right to the middle of the bridge. This one I feel like is just the right length. However, my only complaint about it is I would say that it's a little bit on the soft side. I would have preferred it on this model if Intuition had just made it a little bit harder. I was on the fence about getting a pair of Intuition Premiums because I was so in love with the Intuition V2. For me, it is the perfect liner. I've got no complaints about it whatsoever. So I was really hesitant about getting a pair of these when they first came out, and now I'm only just getting around to getting them, and they've been around for quite some time. But my general impression is very positive. I also like that they've improved the pull strap here, because I've ripped a couple of those on the Intuition V2, and for all intents and purposes, I think they've made the right improvements. I would prefer it if the tongue was a little bit thinner, but that's just my personal preference. Some people prefer it, especially if you've got skinny shins and you want to like have the skate just feel a little bit more compacted and closed in on your leg. But other than that, I think they've done a great job, and I'm really looking forward to skating it. If you're like me and you're on the fence, let me know what you think, what you like about the Intuition Premium, what you don't like, and as always, thanks for watching. I just want to give a giant shout out to my Patreon supporters. They are listed on the screen now. If you want to see a bunch of videos that aren't available on the YouTube channel, you can join the Wheel Scene Patreon for as little as £3 a month. There's a ton of videos, photos, ramblings, all sorts of stuff on there, and your support is greatly appreciated.